Hello, welcome to the Context Needed podcast. My name's Kyle. I am joined with, as usual, the Trash Man. That is Ryan. And back by popular demand, Shooty McShooty, super rare gacha. I've missed him very much. Ollie.
Needed a wee.
That was a long wee, man. 3-4 weeks, I'd say, wasn't it?
I really needed to go.
Missing like a fucking cart horse, man. I could hear him from here.
Well, how you boys been?
Right.
Bored, very bored.
Everyone's bored.
Yeah,
Sick
everyone's
of it.
So bored.
Everyone's kind of.
I've not. Just waiting for work, really. Just want to start my new job, man.
Yeah, I'm guessing you can't move to the gun range because of the lockdown, obviously.
It's not open. It's not even open, yeah. Like, literally, like, just here, really. Just chilling. Doing home stuff.
Yeah. Being
a family man.
Very much.
Got the boys running around the ranch.
You say that. I have been doing a lot of kind of homesteady things. Been looking after the chickens. Been loading and unloading logs and fucking running around. It's annoying as fuck.
Hey, that sounds like the dream. I'd love to be like just moving logs about and homesteady manually things.
They're not very good logs though. Like, it's really shit wood. So we're not happy about it.
Yeah.
Considering the last load of wood we got lasted us about a year, we've burnt through most of this in a week. And it was like the same amount.
Did you purchase it?
Yeah, we used to, because the thing is, a lot, like, we've cut down trees on, like, our property before and burnt them, but, like, the problem is if it's not been properly dried, it doesn't burn. It will burn, but it doesn't burn very hot.
Yeah.
But we bought it
It's very
the estate
smoky
we
as
live
well,
on.
isn't it? When it's
Mega smoky. But usually we have like dried oak.
Yeah.
This stuff we've got's like conifer, and it's like it doesn't burn hot, so you can just throw shitloads of wood on it, and it just doesn't get hot enough to keep itself burning. And it's just, honestly, it's a nightmare. So as soon as you can get it burning hot, you just throw as much on as you can just to get rid of it. It's massive waste of money.
Do you not have coal or anything like that? Because I know where my dad used to live, they had a proper wood burning chimney as well. They used to get coal and wood as well, so they'd get the wood going and then they'd get the coal going as well.
No, we usually just do logs, because like the oak logs usually they'll work. It's even like if we've had we'll keep the fire going all day, and if we wind it down in the evening and just like shut it all down, if we come back to it in the morning, if you just feed it air, it'll still be smouldering hot enough that you can just get. Yeah, so you just literally give it air, throw another log on it, and it'll just come straight back to life. But we can't do it with these logs are utter shite. They burn out and they're too cold.
Coal's made illegal for just civvies. I don't know, just not industry. Like if you're trying to buy coal personally, you can't do it anymore. Oh, you're not going to be able to.
Crap.
Really?
So no, that was.
Oh, you're not going to be able to.
Yeah, that was one of the main things to keep the house warm in my dad's place. Like, that was just...
You'll be able to buy coal, but it'll have to be smokeless coal. And it's just a law. They're just basically trying to... First of all, they're stopping, us from burning coal, obviously,
then
for the environment.
Stop industry.
And then they're going to stop the industry. So the idea is, like, your coal-burning power plants will be swapped out for a different type of energy.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen there, but... That's what because we had like we had an old coal bunker which we took down, which was all concrete, and that was full, and we gave it all to our friends to burn over Christmas because they wanted to save money on heating during the lockdown and stuff. So we gave all our coal to them so they'd actually burn it because we got old logs anyway as well, and we usually use logs more than coal. And it was just to get rid of it because we're not going to be able to use it sooner or later. It's not like straight away, but it's. I think it's sometime this year.
It'll be like guns. They're trying to take my coal.
Goddamn coal!
They banned the coal.
Have you registered that coal? Nah. Is that coal a registered ownership?
Do you have a license for that coal?
Is that regulation coal?
This coal is over 2 inches in diameter. This is not allowed. It's too dangerous. it needs to be under 2 inches in diameter.
Yeah, man, it's too sketch, man.
Well, I heard about some underground coal dealers.
Seems we're talking about like all
literally
the like outdoorsy thing. Obviously, you've been away for a bit. Me and Ryan had missed you. It had been your birthday over New Year as well, so we sent you a gift. I don't know if you want to show off this gift.
Yeah, I mean, bearing in mind my birthday was the 1st of January. What's the date today? We're on the 13th, aren't we? 13th of February.
Yeah.
And it came like a couple days ago, so it came so late it didn't even occur to me that it was a birthday present. At first, it came. First of all, I didn't know who it was from. I just got this package saying that it come from Germany for me, and I was like, well. First, I thought, is this for someone else? Is this like a mistake? Because I wasn't expecting anything. I hadn't ordered anything.
Right.
Thought,
did you put the nickname
10%
on
too
it?
small. Yeah, it should have said like 10%.
It should have said on the packaging,
no,
10% too small.
Oh, it does. No. Correction. It's hair Ollie 10% too small because it's from Germany. But no, hold on, is that on the? I swear, when I looked at it, I didn't see the 10% too small. I just saw that it was said Ollie. I just saw Ollie and just kind of like I didn't even see the 10% too small.
It's kind of like the standard thing now. And if ever I ship things to you guys, I'll always put like the nickname on because like I sent Ryan a random gift for his birthday that turned up late. And I sent it as Ryan Trashman O'Leary. But his gift it's not something that we'll be able to show on stream. Because it is one of those ones that you may see.
I can go wear it if you want that. You know, I'm more than happy to go wear it.
But it's basically, those things you see from Wish where it's a tail that is held in by a certain thing.
Yes.
An anchor of sorts.
I bought him one of those and sent it him.
A small decorative vase made of metal.
But yeah, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got.
So a nice Victorinox Huntsman. There's I'm going to try and unfold every tool on it. This may take a few minutes, so talk amongst yourselves.
You sit there, you try and show it, and you start cutting your hand up. Fuck.
Well, don't worry. I mean,
it has 2 knives. I don't know why it's got 2.
Well, it's
quite sharp as well.
It's for when you're dueling.
Yeah.
To be fair, like you're on about him cutting his hand open. Literally, what was it? A couple of days after the Christmas podcast, how he bought me a knife, how he bought us both like useful tools.
Yeah, and
I cut myself on the knife that Ollie bought me, like within the first time using it.
Sharp. Yeah, man, they're sharp.
The description of the knives on the website is large blade and small blade.
Oh well.
Well, I'm glad we have that distinction.
Can opener, screwdriver, 3mm. Wait, there's a 6mm and a 3mm screwdriver.
I'm actually. Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah,
the one can open. I think that's the 3mm. That's a knife on that edge as well. Yeah. And then that one looks like the 6mm. There are more things. I'm actually struggling. They're really tight as well. I might need to like try and open it out a bit.
It's probably. So, is it when they get cold as well? Obviously, metal expands in the cold, doesn't it? So obviously,
no, it shrinks.
Is it shrinks?
Expands in heat.
Expands in heat. That's the one. Sorry. So it should be easier in the cold.
Then you've also got the toothpick in the tweezers.
There is the toothpick and the tweezers. I won't bother on getting those out because they're quite fiddly. But it's just
yeah. I've always that didn't sound fun.
No, it's chewing up my nail. I'm trying to take the rough bit off. I'm fine. I'm not cut. I'm fine. I'm hardcore.
It might be worth oiling it a little bit. But I've always found there's always a satisfaction in like the Victorinox Swiss Army knives when you do get one and you get all of the tools out in that really aesthetically pleasing fan that they can do.
I just tried. It's not possible.
Don't worry about
anything attainable by a normal human being.
I mean, it's
without chewing up your nails. If I had another tool to open it up.
Yeah. Damn, if only I had a Victorinox to open my Victorinox.
Don't worry, I'm already on the website. I'm ordering you another one.
To open the first one.
But it's like,
it's cool though. Thank you very much, dudes.
No, man. Like we said, we wanted to get at you for like your birthday, but everything kind of like went way too quick and everything else was going off. So we got you when we could.
Like, think about it until like after Christmas. Like, oh shit! Like, it's literally just been your birthday, and then it'd been my birthday like instantly a month later. It's like, holy shit! No, time's gone.
That's why especially like we missed you as well, because obviously you've been away for a bit of time. So it was like we wanted to get you something just to like kind of let you know that we still care. Even if you are still trapped in the toilet having that really long piss.
I still love you.
No, if anything, though, it makes me feel bad that I didn't get you anything, Ryan. So now we've started a chain reaction now of guilt and presents.
Oh no, don't worry. Kyle's present was good enough.
After the podcast, he'll have to show you what I bought him.
I was going to say, well, I mean, I already know what it is. So
it would just be interesting. It's the colours. You need to see the colours,
bro. It's the colours.
It's the colours I'm interested about. Yeah, well, we can compare.
Yeah. Well, I think the only thing on the tool that won't show up on the camera is the way we got it engraved to say 10% too small.
Oh, you know, hold on.
You might be able to see it.
I reckon you will. Hold on. I don't know.
Let's have a look. See if it'll show up.
Sorry, I muted my mic. I dropped it on the keyboard and muted the mic. You might just be able to make that out. If I get close enough, it might just
enhance.
You can just about
enhance.
Nah, we can see that there's something there.
You could probably make out that does say 10% too small, which is
that's literally it's just Ollie's nickname that we've got on the Discord, because both me and Ollie have stupid nicknames on the Discord that Ryan has given us.
How did we even come up with that? I was gonna say
10% too small. We were talking about summer, and we were describing summer.
It was a game, and it was like, oh, this weapon music, it's like it's 10% too small, and then Ollie went, oh, that sounds like me.
It was armor. What was it? We were talking about a weapon. I'm pretty sure. Once it was like
I know we were on DayZ, weren't we?
Were we on DayZ? No, because it was before we were playing DayZ.
It was before DayZ, yeah. It must have been armor. Yeah, and it must have been like a rifle that looked 10% too small, and then we all laughed, and Ollie, you just went, ha, that's me. And then we all laughed again.
We were going through all the weapons, and I think we found one which was like 10% smaller than, like, there was two versions of it, and one was 10% smaller.
There was an AK between two mods or something like that, and I remember I was clicking between them, and the size kept jumping up and down.
That was it.
Yeah. So, that AK is actually like 10% too small.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ironically, if I was 10% taller, I would be happy.
I would be of average height and happiness.
I would. I'd be happy. I'd be where I want to be in life.
It is kind of. I do want us to, like, once lockdown season 3, which is the worst season so far, finishes. I want us to meet up and just have like a picture for the Context Needed podcast for people to see the differences in size between us three. Because it's literally, I'm literally Monkey. I am Monkey, and then there's you two.
We need a prison like the lineup.
Yeah, with the bars. I'll Photoshop it. We can get a picture of just the three of us together, and I've got
the green screen, so I can bring the green screen, and we can just have it in front of that. Because I mean, like, I'm like 6'3". I can't remember how tall you are, Ryan. Are you like 5'10", 5'9"? 5'11".
5'9". Fuck off.
I wish I was
5'9". And Ollie, you're about what is it? 4'2", was it?
About 3'8", yeah.
Hey, at least you're not 5'4" and pure muscle.
Yeah, no, I'm 5'5" and average muscle.
Hey, don't forget, if you tiptoe, you get to 5'7".
I do.
Hey, don't worry.
I've 9.
I've got another present for you. I'm gonna get some bean cans and some string.
Yeah,
here's the one I made earlier.
Some platform shoes.
I just do the Eric Andre show where you sit on someone's shoulders. But I am a regular man.
Yeah, I love that.
Hey, I ain't serving you. But I am just a regular man.
Yeah, take off that coat. Are you asking me to get naked? Yeah. Sir, I'm not comfortable. It's the hat as well, like the trench coat and the hat.
It's just like, how can we be as not conspicuous as possible while also trying to be inconspicuous?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, getting naked kind of leads on to the original topic we wanted to talk about today. So, Ryan sent us all a BDSM test in the Discord that he runs, and basically tried to get every single person to fill out this BDSM test so we could see the results. Now, Ryan, seeing as you sent it, do you want to go through your percentages of your results? He's like,
I'm sorry, Mum and Dad. Don't disown
me. You brought this upon yourself.
Okay. Do we want to start off at the lowest percentages? I think we should start off at the lowest.
Go from the top. I had to go from top to bottom.
I was going to say, you didn't even have any that were 0%, did you?
No, I didn't.
He didn't.
Or did you?
I had two that were 0%.
I'm just horny.
Well, the thing is, this is only specifically for BDSM, so it's not necessarily a gauge of horny, it's just specifically BDSM.
It's how horny for BDSM you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Come on then, Ryan, go through your results. Go from top to bottom.
My top 3, 100%, are Sadist, Rigger, and Switch. I also, let me just point this out. Our Discord server is now a Switch-controlled server. Everyone is Switch.
Yeah.
To be fair, there was a lot of people where there were at least 50% plus in Switch.
Yeah. Then I've got... What you saying, Ali?
I was just going to say, I have... my top 3 has 2 of the same as you.
Yeah.
My top 3 doesn't have any of those.
Fucking vanilla.
Oh, it's definitely not vanilla. It's the opposite of vanilla.
I am
chocolate
with raspberry sauce.
Sauce.
I was gonna say I didn't realize there was an R in sauce.
No, he's actually just asking for the sauce.
Give me the sauce.
Sauce.
And then my 99% is voyeur. If I've pronounced that correctly.
Yeah, that is.
98% rope bunny. 96% master/mistress. 93% experimentalist. Now my 91% are owner, dominant, and masochist.
All of yours are like above 90%. It's actually kind of like worrying
crazy.
How horny for BDSM you are.
Yeah.
Okay. 88% submissive. 82% degrader. 81% brat tamer. 80% slave. 79% brat. 77% degradee. 69%. Nice. Non-monogamous.
I was waiting for that.
59% daddy/mummy. 57% primal hunter. 56% exhibitionist, but I feel that could probably get worse within the coming years. 47% age player.
It's when he walks to your house in a trench coat we have to worry.
I am just a normal man.
I'm just a normal man. Take off that coat.
You're asking me to get naked? 47% age player, 45% primal prey, 34% pet, 31 boy girl, and 18% vanilla is my lowest.
So you literally had no 0% in there.
Yeah, and then the thing that got me is we were all there, and you just went, oh, well, at least nobody's got age player and boy/girl.
Because I didn't notice that yours had that, and I was like, bruh, what the fuck? Let me go through mine, because I don't have a single 100% one in mine. The highest
I only had one.
Yeah, the highest I had was 96%, which was experimentalist.
Insert pathetic Skinner's meme.
Pathetic.
I got 294%, which was dominant and brat tamer. Sadist was 90%, 84% on rigger, 80% on voyeur, 79% on degrader, 78 on switch, 76 on master mistress, 72 on masochist, 70% on rope bunny and non-monogamistic. Can't pronounce that very well.
monogamist.
Yeah.
Monogamist.
You're basically like open weddings.
The thing is, the ones I were responding to there wasn't as in like, oh, I'm open and let's just do what I want. It's like, no, I'd be interested in adding someone into the bedroom for a night. It wouldn't be like a relationship. Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell, that was loud.
He did that to me yesterday at the beginning of the stream and scared the shit out of me.
Hear my war cry. Oh, yeah?
So yeah, that was non-monogamous. 61% submissive, 58% brat. I don't know where that one came from. 56% primal hunter, 54% exhibitionist, 49% degradee, 39% was owner and vanilla, 33% primal prey, 15% slave, 7% daddy mummy, 4% pet, and then 0% was boy girl and age play, because that shit to me is fucking weird.
Fuck.
The thing with the boy girl and the age play stuff, I think the thing that weirds me out about it, and like, fair enough, if that's your kink, go for it. I'm not trying to kink shame anyone. It's just, to me personally, that stuff just weirds me out, because a lot of it, from what I've seen and what people do, it's either like pretending to be a baby or pretending to look after a baby, or like schoolgirl and schoolboy type stuff, which is just a bit like,
can I just defend myself here? Like, hell nah to that baby shit. Hell nah, that's fucking weird. Like, that bit, I'm not. Well, to me, it's weird. Obviously, everybody can have their things, but I'm just very. What I'm trying to say right now is we're going to stop the lockdown and everybody's going to do a BDSM test.
If you are 70% plus vanilla, you are still in lockdown.
If you have any percentage over 50% vanilla, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, Ollie, do you want to go through your results? Because I think you've got quite a few 0% from what I remember.
I have 7 0%, and mine starts like a lot of them quite high, and then they just like drop off to the really low percents.
You're a man who knows what you want, basically.
Basically, so 100. God, sorry, it just reminded me of that, the vine I shared with the Resident Evil, where this guy was like, "Give me your cum." No, give me your cum.
Have you seen like the people who make the game and they're like, they've not realized why people are going like, I really want her to chase me, and they're like, I just find it great that we've had such good feedback.
Yeah,
well, they've I think they've opened up. It was either IGN, GameSpot, or actual Capcom themselves. For people not knowing what kind of reference we're doing, there's the Resident Evil 8. The very, very tall vampire lady, which everyone's calling Vampire Mummy.
Let's be honest.
She's 9'6".
If you're watching us, but you haven't seen that meme, I'd probably like. There's probably 2 people in the world that fit that entire category. I'd say most people, if you're watching or listening to this, you've probably seen the memes.
But yeah, so I think it was either IGN, GameSpot, or Capcom have opened up a fan art competition because of the response to it, and it's like, they don't realise what they've opened themselves to.
What have you done? What have you done?
It's literally like, you know when you like open the doors at night in Minecraft and all the monsters come in? It's like, that's what's going to happen here.
Pretty much.
You're going to let in all the fucking zombies and the skeletons, and then some creeper's going to come in and explode.
Yeah, pretty much. So I am 100% Switch, 86% rigger, 82% submissive, 78% rope bunny, 71% dominant, 66% experimentalist, 53% masochist, 37% vanilla, 32% brat tamer, 13% sadist, 11% voyeur, 10% non-monogamist, 9% owner, 8% primal hunter, 8% master mistress, 6% exhibitionist, 3% degrader, 3% slave, and then 0% primal prey, 0% pet, 0% brat, 0% boy girl, 0% degradee, 0% daddy mommy, and 0% age player.
You know what? As you were saying that, because I know Danny's with you, I was really, really hoping at some point...
She's staring at me right now.
I was really hoping, like, all of a sudden, she'd just, like, walk behind you and then just start tying you with a rope as you're trying to keep saying this.
What we can't see is if you flip the camera up to look at the ceiling, there's a load of hook points.
Danny's actually sat just off camera with, like one of those horse whips, just like...
I mean, literally, waiting. Danny is... Hold on.
You can literally just see her there.
There she is. I'm literally... There we go. So she is there.
Danny's
There's
just
the hand of a dom.
Yeah.
I didn't realise Danny was just a hand.
Here's Danny. I'm glad you guys can finally meet.
Oh my god.
What I want to ask is, why have you had your mistresses do these tests?
I sent it to Becky, and she did the quick one, so it gives like really rushed results.
Weak.
So I've said to her, like, just spend the time, do the full test, and just be completely open about it. And I know for a fact she'll be near complete opposite to me. I know that for a fact.
Vanilla as fuck.
So it'll be interesting to see the results when she does the full exam, because obviously...
Well, you'll be fucked when we come out of lockdown and she's stuck in it because she's 100% vanilla.
Well, she's having to self-isolate at the minute. Because she's obviously doing her speech and language therapy course. She's having to go into hospitals, I think, like, next week to do, like, placements and stuff. So she's having to self-isolate for 10 days before she goes and does that. Like, she's had to have, like, the COVID vaccine and everything to, like, go and do these placements to finish a course.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
She'll be coming out whether she's 100% vanilla or not, as much as Boris will dislike it.
Yeah. I can't believe we've somehow let slip these vanillas. They've escaped.
Turns out under every single speech Boris has been doing, underneath his suit is some leather daddy outfit with assless chaps.
He's just roped. He's a rope bunny.
You see a shot from behind, and there's just like two cutouts on his ass cheeks.
Do you ever wonder why he split up with his ex-missus and he's with a younger bird now? He's actually a rope bunny, so he's just like tied up.
He's usually behind the podium, isn't he? Like, from the waist down on the podium, he's wearing like assless, like tight leather things, and then like stockings.
He's got assless chaps.
He's probably got a chastity belt on as well that his younger mistress has put on him or something.
Oh god!
It's got a bell dangling from it or something like that.
Bell. Cowbell.
It's called Big Ben, and it just says Big Ben on it.
Boris, you again? Are you trying to...
What are you saying? Oh
god!
Jesus.
Are you playing with your little Boris again?
Hard Brexit. Hard Brexit. Oh,
little Boris.
No deal. No deal. Oh,
imagine if that's like the noises he makes, like as he like finishes himself. It's like, no deal. Hard Brexit.
I fully expect that is what he does. I'm not even joking. I bet it's happened before. Boris, I want your
every single member of the Tory government is a fucking rope bunny.
Probably.
They're all submissive. They all
like to be the degraded kind of thing as well. They're not the degradee, they're the degraded.
I would wager they're all part of some kind of weird sex cult.
Probably. It's like Swingers Club, but like 100% more extreme.
Yeah, basically.
Put your keys in the bowl.
Put your keys in the bowl.
Where have my keys gone? I can't find my keys in the bowl.
I never knew what that reference was with the whole like put your keys in the bowl thing for such a long time.
When did you find out?
I wasn't like my age now. I think I was maybe about like 18, 19 when I found out about it. Because I knew, obviously, looking at stuff on the internet about swingers, but I never understood the whole principle or idea behind it. And like, I think it was a comedy thing I watched, or a comedy skit I watched, where they all started putting their keys in the bowl, and one of them didn't realise he was in the wrong place. And I was like, but why is the bowl funny? Why is everyone laughing at the bowl? I had to Google it, and then I went, that's why.
Bowls are fun.
I've just been messaged, and Theresa May is 100% Dom Mummy. In the sex school, Theresa May's the Dom Mummy.
Well, it's like, I love when I think there was she did like a speech or
she
something.
Ain't just running through those fields. She ain't just running through them.
I remember she did like a speech or something that pissed off a lot of the UK, and someone posted the video of that speech to Pornhub and titled it "Older Mature Woman Fucks Entire Country in One Night." And I remember I'm sure it was on Pornhub for absolutely ages, and it got like ridiculously high ratings on there as well.
I think I remember seeing that.
Because you see, I'm sure people just do like I don't think they can anymore because Pornhub's rules have changed. I remember they ended up like getting rid of something like 10 million videos.
They did, yeah. It was recent, actually.
Yeah, I remember being like, "Bruh, that sucks." Think of all the compilation videos that are gone. I mean, let's face it. No one goes and clicks on a video and watches the full half hour. You always there like click through. This bit's getting boring. Click through. This bit's getting boring.
No.
Next bit. Next bit.
Nah, sometimes you gotta go for the endurance race.
Yeah, but there's other videos that you can use for that.
See, it's all about the camera work for me. If the camera angles aren't very good, like, the camera's too far away, you got to skip through to the better stuff.
No, the worst. Let's face it. The worst bit is when you skip through and it's like it goes and it's just a direct ball shot or something. It's like, God damn it! And you skip through again, and then it's just a close up of the guy's face.
Oh,
it's like, come on.
Let's not talk about nut shots over here. I'm going to send you my ball sack on New Year.
You was getting annoyed you'd gotten on, so I sent you a picture of my ball sack.
And then you got some.
What's it called? It just makes me think of that one scene that just like popped up on the memes, where it's the guy's video and this girl just getting absolutely fucking railed, and it's a good video. But then the guy who's doing it, he's like, he looks at the cam guy and goes, like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm just doing some toast."
Doesn't he feed the guy?
He feeds the guy some like toast, and,
I've seen that.
some sort of like spread on it, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, here you go, have some."
Yeah, but doesn't the girl like go, "Wait, why does he get it?"
He's like, "What's going on?"
I've seen that. Yeah, that's amazing.
It's like there's that meme. I'm sure her name's like Piper Perry or something. The really, really, really petite blonde girl. And there's the meme that's always used where it's her on the sofa with like the 5 black guys behind her, and that's used in like so many ways. I'm sure I've even seen it recently where someone's replaced her with a PlayStation 5 and then put a load of bots behind it, like buying them all up, kind of thing.
My favourite one's the picture of the chocolate milk in the normal milk in like cartons, and it's like when your mum's like, "Oh, nobody will understand that picture." And it's like, "Yes, Mum, everyone will understand this picture."
Yeah.
But it's like, I do find it funny, like how big of a thing like Pornhub's become, not just in that style of thing, but just in like meme culture as well. I mean, let's face it, Pornhub community's opening theme. If you play that out loud, like in public, and then just look around and see like who looks back, every like guy or girl who knows that theme will look over like, nice.
Nice. I swear, because it's just like that little drum roll, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a
I swear. I'm wondering if it's it was royalty free at one point, because I could have sworn it used to be on a YouTube channel years ago.
It probably was.
I definitely recognise it like from somewhere else, and I can't put my like. Part of me even makes like I'm not sure if it was Rooster Teeth, maybe I can't, or they had, if it wasn't them, they had a very similar one, but yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me because the way it's written, like the short frame, the way it's done, everything about that screams like a royalty-free thing. That it may have been where they potentially just went to the guy, we'll just have it. Take it off royalty-free.
I do wonder if that's because I could have sworn I've seen it on the YouTube channel before. It might have been like a fail channel that had it or something like that. But I 100% have heard it somewhere else before, and I just can't remember where.
Because have you seen there's I was watching like I've been watching this guy called like Meme Man on fucking YouTube, and it's just literally memes and shit posts that he just collects from around the internet. And there's one where it was like it must have been like a school band in America or something. And the drummer just played that beat.
And everyone goes nuts.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
It's like, you know for a fact, a lot of the like older female teachers, or like most of the older teachers, had no idea what was going on. And then all the younger teachers are like, oh God.
Oh no.
Don't make a reaction to this. Don't let them know you know what this is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was good.
So this one's going to be called weird. The Horny podcast, isn't it? When we
the horny mode podcast, yeah.
Horny mode.
I was just thinking, like, there's so many like funny memes that come from it now. I mean, like, you've got fake taxi.
Oh my God! And fake taxi.
Did you guys ever hear about how the fake taxi got stolen?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Really?
Yeah.
So the actual fake taxi got stolen from the guy's house. Obviously, he lived in a decent place now because of all the money he'd make from fake taxi, and it got stolen from like the gated household he had. And there's like CCTV footage of this fake taxi being stolen, but it's like, I'm sorry, what are you gonna do with the fake taxi? There's stickers all around. I was gonna say like fake taxi. And if you just went in there with a black light, it's obvious it's the fake taxi.
Yeah. Why
there's guaranteed there's got to be some form of hygiene restrictions. It's not going to be just like still sticky. Like you get in and you're like, fuck.
I'm sure.
I would say it's probably quite hard to clean everything in every little nook and cranny.
You sit down, you're like, I can't get up.
You get up at the seats and it leaves like strings like mozzarella.
I'm sure I remember what I've watched. Like someone did like all the intros, like all the funny intros from it, and put them on YouTube. And I'm sure there's one where like one of the girls gets in the cab and goes, "Why does this cab smell like sex?" It's like,
Why do you think you are?
Because they got caught, I think, at one point. Because when they were doing female fake taxi, they went. It turns out one of their places they used to go to do the scenes was just in a car park, but the car park was across the road from a council house, like the council buildings where they do council stuff. I don't fucking know, like the town hall
where they
type stuff, where they
do stuff like environmental health and housing and
So it was literally in a car park across the road from that, and it got found out that it was in that place, and they got like fined, and like the cab nearly got taken off of them and everything. So what does the guy do who owns the fake taxi? He literally makes the next two videos of him banging the two girls who run the female fake taxi portion of it, and he literally says to them, "You nearly lost me my cab and my work, so I'm going to take your ass." And the next two videos are him just boning them in the ass. It's like, okay.
All right, fair enough.
We're rolling with it.
It's just, hey, I've got a feeling they were some of the most popular videos.
Have you ever watched Fake Driving School?
Yes, because it's part of it. They're all under the same banner, I think.
They're all under the same. Fake driving school's got some good ones in there.
There was
I've watched a few of those a couple of times.
I remember watching one. I remember laughing because they're always the stupidest setups, and I love how they make them stupid. I remember watching one. It's like he slams on the brake in like an emergency maneuver.
A tits fall out.
No, it wasn't even that. His cock fell out. Bear in mind, he's.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, I can't believe your cock just fell out. It's like, yes, neither can we, but we know what's going to happen now.
God.
Maybe I should help you with your gear stick.
Madam, this car's an automatic. And that's when he pulls out the fuck machine.
It's just the fact that they do it and like they've just like these cars just rocking in the middle of this like empty like industrial estate, and you're just like, imagine being like the poor sod who actually comes across that, and you just be like, well, I wouldn't be a poor sod.
You just as a laugh, you just walk up, knock on the window. Just walk up, knock on the window. Room for one more.
Excuse me, are you dogging?
Flash your
Put me in
flashlight.
the edit.
I did
Hey
see
yo,
on.
I'm in fake gosh. I'm in the fake.
I did see on Twitter recently, someone found the fake taxi just randomly in London and just walked up to him with his camera like, who are you filming today, mate? And he just like winds the window up and drives off.
God.
Go on, give me an inside tip. I want to know who you're going to be on with next, mate.
I think
Oh man.
I do kind of love how it's all like from what I remember, pornography has pretty much had this weird ebb and flow where it went from say like 80s and 90s where it was like it had to have story, it had to have the build up into stuff, and then it went to like the 2010s. It was like, nah, just go straight into it. Maybe have a bit of a shot beforehand of the girl and then go straight into it. And now it's moved back into the let's have a bit of setup just for the laugh.
What you're thinking about is there's the problem is they just didn't show the story at one point in the videos because they were the free versions of the videos and they just wanted to put the snippets of the good stuff in there. And that's what you'll find with a lot of videos from like 2000 to 2010 on
just do the good bits.
Braz. Yeah, it's like literally just the good bits. So you then like, but then you're like, I kind of want to know what the story is.
The best,
so it like pulls you in to go and pay for it. Get the rest of the video.
Some of the best ones I've seen. There's two that always spring to mind about those like pre-fuck sessions in those kinds of videos, and one of them's Lisa Ann dressed as a lifeguard walking into a guy's bathroom going, well, you don't have a lifeguard for this swimming pool.
Yeah.
You don't have
this
a
is my bathroom.
This is a bathtub.
Yeah.
That one's always made me
sharks
laugh.
in here.
I think you should get out that bath and fuck me.
That one's always made.
Okay.
That one's always made me laugh. Okay. And then there was another one, funnily enough, back to Fake Taxi, where I'm an escaped convict and I've not had a fuck for 3 years. Pull over and fuck me. And it's a girl in a really skimpy convict outfit.
Have you ever seen... I was going to say, have you ever seen the porn where 4chan wrote the script for it?
No.
I think that rings a bell.
It's so funny. I'll have to get you... It's quite long, because like there's loads of like cinematic silly bits in it, but it's so funny. It's like, there's a bit where he has a Bane mask on, and he gets his dick out, and his dick has a Bane mask on. It's just the most ridiculous.
Please, I really wish someone out there has like animated that in like Blender or SFM or something.
Possibly. To be honest, the real thing is just as funny, but honestly, it's... No, I'm saying, they wrote the script and then they made it. That's what I'm saying. It actually exists.
What, like as real life porn?
someone real, they used the 4chan script and made it into a thing.
That's
it's
amazing.
So funny. I'll have to find. I'll have to find it and get you a link after. Yeah,
it just
remind
makes me
I'll get
think
you a link.
of all the parody porns. Like, have you seen that cursed Pokemon one with the girl dressed as Pikachu?
Yes, I've seen that one.
Oh
that
my
was creepy.
God,
There's
that is
the worst.
scary.
The worst one of those I've seen was it was a SpongeBob SquarePants one, and it was a guy dressed as SpongeBob,
God.
and I'm sure the girl in it, her name's something like Diamond something, and it was just really weird because like you've seen her in other stuff, and it's like she's actually pretty good looking in other stuff, and then you see her in the SpongeBob one, and it's just really fucking creepy because it's just her going ham on a dude in a full square SpongeBob outfit.
I've seen that.
It's like they didn't even repurpose his design to make it more like Anthony. Jesus Christ, that was loud.
He found it! He found the video!
Better take off the mask.
I think I found it.
How come? I like.
We
Yeah,
can
I
hear
found
all
it.
this is brilliant.
I found it. I'll play an audio snippet. Hold on.
Where is it?
It's. Bear with it.
Come in.
Yeah, so Brazzers went to 4chan for a
Better
script.
take off the mask.
How come? I like wearing it.
I know. It's just my family and masks. They're a bit.
I'm pretty sure his parents.
Daniel! Who's this? The girlfriend?
We're just friends.
Mum, Dad, this is Anonymous. Anonymous, this is my dad and my mum, Sheev.
But it's great to meet you. I'll see you tomorrow then, Danny.
Nonsense! You must stay for dinner! Isn't that right, dear? Yes, indeed. I've made a wonderful trifle. Now is not the time for trifle. That comes later.
Well, I suppose.
No, it's not the time to trifle. That comes later.
I'm gonna have to show this Becky. It sounds ridiculous.
I'll link you the whole thing after, but it's absolutely amazing.
I'm glad like a lot of these like companies can actually just have fun with it though as well, rather than try to be like super serious about it all the time.
It's honestly, it's so funny.
I think one of the
ridiculous.
There's one site that I've seen a few times, and it's one of those ones where some of the stuff really fucking funny on it. Some of the other stuff is like, why am I here? I need to gouge my eyes out now. And it's called efucked.com.
I saw, just before you go into this one, I saw a video of another thingy one, like a trailer for it, and it was fucking Jurassic Park. Honestly,
come out in the dinosaur outfit, the blow up one.
Shit, it's I forgot what her name is. Well, she's got like huge natural tits, like proper, and she's just painted like grey, and she's meant to be she's got this big fucking massive tail, and she's meant to be a velociraptor.
God.
And the guy's there going like, clever girl. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
With the with efucked, the disparity between some of the stuff that site can post, it goes from, I think I remember sending to you and your brother at one point, Ollie, one where it was like, it was the top 10 over the top or worst orgasms in porn, and the number one spot was this guy who just looks at himself in the mirror and goes,
that video.
Come on, get it!
I just remember this. And of course, we can never forget, Bill.
Bill. Yeah, so that's the site that made those videos.
Yeah.
And
in fact, I think you've seen those. Yeah, I don't know if we'd been together that long at that point, but I remember, I think you were over. I think Mark might have been over as well.
Yes, it was Mark as well. Cause it was before our graduation, because I remember when we was drunk at our graduation, we was in McDonald's, and I'm sure Mark, out of nowhere, just went, with his Big Mac, just went, "Oh, Bill," and it broke us all.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I'll have to show you that.
There's that one sound where it's just like,
yeah. It's the one you usually hear. The
Yeah, it sounds like he's going Super Saiyan. There was another one that always kind of made me laugh in that one, where it was and they kind of like quick cut through it in that top 10 video, and I think it was for like kink.com or something, and they have like fucking machines, I think it was, and she's literally just bound, and they've just got the machine just going at like Mach 10 speeds on her. But she's like got her face covered in plastic as well, so all you can hear is muffled.
I seem to recall it was like a reciprocating saw with something on the end of it.
But it was going at like Mach 10. It was like full speed.
Way too fast. Oh. Yeah.
I do think
God, it's all coming back to me.
It's just every time I hear anything like that number one guy, which is like, yeah,
that video is
get it.
It's just the fact that he's like just sat there just going, yeah, fuck, yeah.
But he's just like, I remember I remember looking like going, I'm intrigued, I'm confused and intrigued, and I looked to see what it was, and the one where he's standing in the mirror is literally a video of just him stood in the mirror from complete flaccid. He doesn't touch himself. He does absolutely nothing but look at himself, and goes from flaccid to hard to ejaculation without even touching himself.
Whoa. Thing is what you don't know is what he's got slipped up behind.
I don't think there was anything, because the whole idea of this guy, he loves himself that much, because he was just staring at him.
How long is that video?
I can't remember, but I know it's probably a bit shorter than you'd want it to be.
Yeah, shorter than you'd hope.
Because the thing is, he's just stood in front of the mirror, and then every now and then he'll like go.
Yeah, basically.
It's really kind of weird at times.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's so funny.
And then there was I think there was another one that I remember, and it was I don't think I ever sent it to you guys, and this one bit halfway through where it's this girl's riding this guy, like grinding him, but she's like all of a sudden just changed, and she's going over and over to this guy, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Wow, like
I might have seen that.
And you just see like her going for it, and then like the camera pulls out a little bit, and you see the guy's face, and he's like really kind of concerned as to what's happening.
Yeah, I saw a good one. It's like worst sex stories, and it's like being caught by her grandma.
Oh.
And somebody's like, excuse me?
I thought you said Hagrid.
I thought he said Hagrid. Getting caught by Hagrid. You're a wizard, Harry.
It's just, he walks in the door. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that.
I should not have seen that. I should not have seen that at all.
I did that when I was younger, and it was a bad move.
Did you ever wonder how my big spider had babies?
God. Oh,
it's like,
man.
It's all of a sudden just reminded me of the fucking Oni NG Wingardium Leviosa.
No.
Leviosa. Yeah. God, that's so tough.
Have you seen?
I have to find some of these videos after.
There's the Adult Swim one where it's like Harry's getting a date, and he's just like does a spell to try and make his dick nice and big, and it just grows like a Jack and the Beanstalk, but it's actually a Jack and the Beanstalk, and he calls up Hermione, like, yeah, so... and she has to give him the spell to fix it.
There's some good stuff on Adult Swim, actually. On was it Robot Chicken?
Robot Chicken, yeah.
With, like, the animated action figures, which are really good. Like, I do wonder, like, do they make those, or can they just buy action figures?
It wouldn't surprise me if they buy action figures and then repurpose them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you can't really buy a little Hitler one, can you?
No, but you can probably buy a figure in a
joke, but you
soldier. You probably could, yeah, but it wouldn't.
If you find yourself in a small village in is it Argentina?
Yeah.
If you find yourself in a small village in South America or Argentina, you may find a little Hitler minifigure like character. Hello, welcome to my store. I will sell you a little Hitler figurines.
Is that the owner looks strangely familiar?
Hitler. He comes in like a little wheelchair with a blanket over his legs. Hello, welcome to my toy shop.
I need to
Welcome to Minecraft store.
I mean, talking about like the weird Hitler stuff, I need to play the second Wolfenstein game because apparently you go to space to do a
it's so good.
You go to space to do like a movie audition, and Hitler's like the director, but they've just really gone ham and made him like a caricature because he's old, ill, and like there's a bit where he would just all of a sudden out of nowhere just pull his trousers down and just piss on the floor off to the side and then just like throw up or something, and like all of a sudden like he tries to talk to someone to get them to read the line, he gets really pissed off at them and thinks they're a Jew or something, and the guy just goes Mein Führer, I'm from Illinois or something like that, and Hitler just shoots him a load of times.
Yeah,
it's that's probably like the best scene in the game, I'd say. Like, personal preference, I'd say that's the best scene, because just at the end where you just fucking beat the ever-living shit out of that guy, and you're like, you were like that, you Nazi son of a bitch! And he's like
this is the
perfect.
one. This is the one. It's like he's just being him. He's just being Bill Blazkowicz.
Yeah, this is the one.
So have you did you guys play the first Wolfenstein?
What?
I've never played
the remakes. Okay, so
yeah, I played both. Did
you see Hitler in the first one?
I don't think I did. I might need to go back and play it.
So in the first one, if you play it, when you do the train, after you've picked up the coffees and whatnot, and you've dealt with the crazy lady, when you're walking back to the room, look in the windows of the rooms you go past, and one of them, Hitler just turns around, gives you a dirty look, and shuts the curtain. It's like it might not be like exactly Hitler, but it's so close to looking like him, it pretty much might as well be. Because I remember seeing it the first time through, and I was like, "Wait a minute, he shouldn't fucking be there."
The second game is so good. Like, just
I've heard
there's a third one.
Youngblood, yeah, but that's trash from what I've heard.
Mm.
But I remember I've heard conflicting things about the second one, because the first one was good. I loved the first one, but they had the issues I've heard with the second one is it's like, well, it feels like they want you to play this fast-paced run and gun kind of like Doom, but you have half health compared to the older game, and you die really quick, so it turns it into a cover-based thing. So
I
it's
didn't
like
find that issue.
I'm just going by like what I've heard from different people, so it's something I need to try and just play for myself at some point, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah. I
speaking of, not to change the subject too wildly, I was going to say, speaking of games going back and playing, I recently started playing. It's a free mod called Stalker Anomaly, where it's all three of the games mushed into one, and it's totally free. And it's much more moddable than the vanilla game. Yeah. But like, even without modding it, it's basically Stalker a bit tidied up. So like, a lot of the annoying stuff's gone. And it's really good. I've been playing it quite a bit, and I
don't even know what the annoying stuff is, because I've never played it.
All three. It's all three Stalker games melded into one game.
Is it just like where'd you get it from?
You start it's just a free mod on ModDB. Like, it's a standalone mod. Like, you don't need to own the game to play it.
Oh, that's good.
Which game?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that they've been on about.
Yeah, don't you usually have to own the games for the mods though? Because you need the assets, don't you?
Nope, it's all contained in the mod.
That's crazy. How are they able to get away with
standalone.
That? They probably just put a lot of their own assets in and like edited.
I'm not sure if it's a case. It looked a lot higher res than the vanilla game. I do wonder if a lot of it's like their own remastered stuff.
With that's skirting some boundaries, though, if they've released that without having to own the original games.
It's a really popular thing, because, like, the studio still exists, so I would have thought if there is a problem... Apparently this mod's been around for ages, and I would have thought if they had a problem, they would have...
I think they just...
It may be they're a bit more open to that kind of stuff. Obviously, I know...
I honestly think if it's a case that they don't care...
Yeah, I've got a feeling a lot of larger studios, like, I mean, well, you've seen Nintendo. Someone was trying to make, it was trying to make Ocarina of Time in Unreal Engine 4.
Yes.
And they got through, they got through, like, the first, like, quarter of the game. And it looked, I mean, I'm not a big Zelda fan. I liked Breath of the Wild, but that's the only one I've enjoyed. But that game looked really, really good. Like,
it did look fantastic.
Of it looked great, and obviously they shut it down.
Yeah, they do it with everything, because there's a Pokemon one as well, where they're making a big open world Pokemon, and there's a couple of them that happen, and every time they do it, they shut it down. It's like, I'm like, fucking hell, Nintendo, get these people in your teams, because at the moment, well, it's what's it called for Pokemon, but it's like the stuff they're releasing is just subpar compared to what it could be.
I mean, like, it's one thing, like, I enjoyed Pokemon when I was a kid. I loved, like, Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow. They were really good. And the last ones I thoroughly enjoyed was Silver and Gold.
Yeah, Silver's my favorite.
I fell off it after that, but I've always kind of had the thing where it's like, if they made MMO RPG of Pokemon, where you could go to all the regions, all the Pokemon were involved, and it was like a proper MMO, I would at least get involved and try it out, because that would be amazing. And it's like, that's something they should really... I've always wanted them to look into doing.
Somebody's done that, but it's not Pokemon. It's like they've actually done it as their own game. It's like Temtens or something in it.
Yeah,
but
I think I've seen someone where it's like,
it?
This is basically what they wanted the Pokemon company to do, but obviously they won't, and they can't use the names, so they've gone and done their own thing. But I know that I think they got into hot water with Nintendo about some of the designs of the monsters.
Yeah. I think they're getting it released to the Switch still, though.
Yeah, well, it would be one of those things. They would have as soon as they would have tidied up and made sure Nintendo's happy, because let's face it, that's all they would have had to do, is just make sure Nintendo's happy for them to release it. Then they'll have the access to release it where they want to. And Switch, Nintendo are wanting to get as much stuff on the Switch as they can from what it looks like, because the Switch is selling so well. Because of that, just unplug it from your TV and go play it where you want.
Switch is honestly my favourite console from Nintendo so far.
I did like the Switch. I think it's a great piece of technology. I don't play it enough, because obviously I play my PlayStation 4 on my PC or whatnot, or the PlayStation 3 for streaming and things like that. But especially when I was going down south for work, just having, like, because I only had the Switch Lite, but just being able to just play some games away from home was a godsend. Especially
it's
with
the quality of the game as well you get on this. For something like this size, you're getting a game which is like the graphics, they're not amazing graphics, but it's still like
they're pretty damn good.
I mean, like Breath of the Wild, I've still not even completed Breath of the Wild, but that game is just, I could sit
I need to get it again.
I'm very glad I borrowed your Breath of the Wild, because I literally I borrowed it from you, Ryan, because I wasn't going to spend 50 quid on a game that I didn't know if I'd enjoy. Was it Neil?
You got it from Neil. Yeah, Neil.
Oh, yeah, because you said you were still playing it every now and then. That's it.
Because I was still playing it every now and again. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm glad I borrowed it, because I never personally enjoyed any of the other Zelda games. They were never my thing.
No, I'm not a big Zelda fan.
But that
I'm a massive Zelda fan.
No, yeah, I know you are. And like, I'm not saying they're bad games. I know they're amazing games. They just weren't my thing. And Breath of the Wild was honestly amazing. Like, pretty much every aspect of that game was great. The only thing that pissed me off in that game was the quirks of the game. Like, the way you slip when climbing in the rain. I understand why they did it, but give me some gloves I can wear so I avoid it, or something.
Yeah.
You can get the armor, like, there's climbing armor.
No, that doesn't stop you from slipping.
Used to wear that. It doesn't stop it, but it makes it, like, it's not as...
No, it didn't do that. I remember, because I used to wear that armor all the time, and all it did was increase your climbing speed. It didn't slow down.
I just went as fast as I could. Then I didn't slip.
But it was just like that. I understand. Again, I understand why they did it, but they should have made it so the climbing armor, when it was the full set, it didn't happen.
Yeah, you didn't
kind of thing. You had a set bonus where it didn't happen. But then the other thing that annoyed me was the durability of weapons. It was like, I literally hit him 6 times. This sword wouldn't break after 6 times.
Considering none of the Zeldas had any... No, tell a lie. There is one instance of an item having durability by memory in Zelda games, and that was in... No, 2, actually, sorry. One was in Ocarina of Time. You get something called the Big Goron sword, and the first one you get would snap, and then you get it repaired, and then it was fine.
Yeah.
And then there was a sword in Majora's Mask, which did the same thing, and that was it.
Yeah.
It was... The thing is I want to go back and play all the older games, and I tried to get to Link's Awakening. I've got it on a Game Boy, but I just can't play it for the graphics. But when they re-released it and did this collector's edition was the best collector's edition I've ever bought. It's so gorgeous. Like the whole game is just really well done remake of Link's Awakening. Just a gorgeous little game to play. Like, it's a classic Zelda game. But for some reason, just playing that one, I really enjoyed it, and I'm at the last boss. I've just never beat it.
I've played every 3D Zelda, maybe excluding some of the ones that were on like 3DS, possibly. I played the big console releases.
The 3DS was mainly remakes.
Did you play the train conductor one?
No, that's in Spirit Tracks I didn't play, and I haven't played.
I remember seeing that and just going, wait.
Phantom Hourglass.
What?
No, Phantom Hourglass. Which one was that?
That was the prequel to the train one. I played Phantom Hourglass.
There was another one.
Again, I got the last boss, but never finished it.
You do that a lot,
What was the one where...
Mainly with Zelda games.
What was the one where you could go 2D? I forget what it was called.
Link Between Time.
Link Between Worlds, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, there was 2. Yeah, because the Link Between Time was like after Link Between Worlds.
It's Paper Mario.
Yeah, Paper Mario Zelda Edition.
I don't know.
But anyway, I've got both Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask with my N64, which if you want to play them, Ryan, if you want to borrow them, go ahead. Wind Waker is a fucking masterpiece.
I've heard good things about Wind Waker.
In order to appreciate Wind Waker, you need to play Ocarina of Time to kind of... Because it's the same...
It's the same timeline.
I believe it's the same timeline.
Because isn't there 3 or 4 timelines or something? I watched a Game Theory video.
Yeah, there's so many timelines where I know, because Ocarina of Time splits into 2 timelines depending on what happens. Like, even though there's only one ending,
there's still
it's
2
kind
timelines.
of left. Basically you create 2 timelines, and then from there, I know when you defeat Ganon at the end of Ocarina of Time, you then go back to being Child Link, and then that timeline is the one that goes on to Majora's Mask, whereas the adult timeline is the Hero of Time timeline, and
Isn't that the same one into Breath of the Wild, that timeline?
That one is Breath of the Wild. Oh no, I'm not sure with Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild, in terms of Zelda lore, is the most recent.
Yeah,
it's the furthest in the future.
It's set thousands of years after.
It's so far in the future. Because the earliest one is Skyward Sword, I think.
Yeah.
Which is actually, I tell a lie, that's the only one I didn't finish. Because they forced Wii Motion Plus on it, and it was dog shit, and it was so bad I couldn't play it.
What do you want about? Everyone wants to wave their arms about to play the game.
Like, don't get me wrong. I played Twilight Princess on Wii, and that was fine. That used motion controls, but it was fine. But you've really had to specifically do things in really annoyingly irritating ways. With oh god, it was so bad, and it's a shame because I missed.
I picked up the definitive edition of Zelda, the Hyrule Warriors one.
Hyrule Warriors, yeah.
I do want to play that.
Mate.
I do want to play that.
Have you still got your Switch?
Yeah, I still got my Switch.
You can borrow mine. I've got it.
Yeah,
I played the full good guy story, then stopped at the bad guy. The villain, she is.
Yeah, I've always had a thing for Musou games, the Dynasty Warriors games. It's I don't play the mainline Dynasty Warriors games that much, but one of the first games I got on PlayStation 4 was a game called Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate, which has like Dynasty Warriors characters in it. There's a few other Musou game characters in it. There's Dead or Alive characters in it from Ninja Gaiden. There's like all these different characters. It's like, I am now going to use these characters to beat the fuck out of thousands of enemies. Because I can.
Is it Berserk the Band of the Hawk?
Berserk the Band of the Hawk is a Musou game that I bought literally on release day because I finished work at Dambuster. I power walked to the game station because it was the only shop that had a physical copy and I wanted a physical copy. So I power walked to buy that. And the guy was like, this is literally the only copy we have in. I think you're literally the only one who pre-ordered this. And I was like, I don't care. It's mine now.
It's 50 quid on thingy.
Yeah,
but I'm like...
But then there was also Dynasty Warriors Gundam, which obviously with me being a massive Gundam fan, I love playing Dynasty Warriors Gundam. And like some people complain about it, oh, again, you're just fighting loads of small fry enemies. But it's like, yeah, but when you watched Gundam Wing and how they made all those Leo suits literally look like paper mache with how powerful the Gundams were, it kind of works when you're playing a Musou game.
It's the same with watching Berserk and reading Berserk, just with Guts cleaving through everybody. Like
he cuts through 5 guys like nothing.
Yeah, it's like, I've signed up for that game. It looks great. I do really want to play the new Dynasty, the new Hyrule Warriors, but I've heard a lot of things about it running like absolute ass on the Switch, and obviously it's only on Switch, so I'm a bit like, oh,
wait for it to be patched. They'll probably patch it. Nintendo
wait
are
till the
pretty good at
definitive
that.
edition comes out with it anyway.
I'm actually kind of hyped. I really want to play Persona 5 Strikers, which is the Persona 5 Musou game, but they really... Like, people have been saying, like, to say it's a Musou game, it feels more like Persona 5, but with action RPG combat, rather than the turn-based, than an actual Musou game, and it shows they really looked into the source material of what they were working with and made this what looks like an amazingly looking game. Because I really enjoyed Persona 5. I don't know if you guys have ever played like any Persona game, but Persona 5 was my first Persona game. And damn, I really enjoyed it. And damn, there's some good waifus in that game.
Degenerate.
Hey, I've shared some of those waifus to you, and you liked those waifus.
Oh, I like all of it, mate. I mean,
you like all waifus.
I am the king of degeneracy. 100% Switch, unlimited power.
I think with that we have overran quite a bit, but I think that's fine. We've both missed Ollie, so it's good to have him back. But with that, we will close off. This has been the Horny stream.
The Horny with a touch of game, and
we are the Horny gamers.
Rise up.
Rise up, my horny
rise
gamers.
Up, Horny gamers.
Horny gamers, rise up.
Calling all horny gamers.
Oh, I need that on a shirt now.
PewDiePie needs your help.
Horny gamers, rise up. I know obviously with the podcast we don't usually like have crowd interaction with the chat, but we've got a guy that's in the chat called Thomas who was like, I shall rise.
Yes, Thomas.
Everyone's trousers in the Horny gamers rise up when we say I shall rise, just like
Wow, it's like I'm in a field of tents.
Hello, yes, little Boris.
Come on, little Boris, come on.
What are you doing? Whoa. Hard Brexit.
I think definitely on that note, we need to close it off. Thanks everyone for coming by and watching. Anyone that's been listening on Anchor or any of the other ways you can listen, anyone watching on YouTube, you can always come by and watch us live Saturdays 9 PM GMT on Twitch. If you want to send us shitpost memes, funny pornographic stuff, you can do that at Context Needed 1 on Twitter. We do keep an eye on that. If you don't want your tweet to be public, just try and DM it us. I mean, some people might not want to be sending porn
Send us your BDSM test results.
Yes, send us your BDSM test results. Just Google BDSM test and then tweet us your BDSM test results.
And then I will laugh at how vanilla you are.
And then if you want to send us more formal legislation, you must email us for instructions. And some of those instructions will now include you have to be writing it on a typewriter while smoking a cigar or 20 cigarettes because we want the aroma on the paper. And
gentlemen,
it will need to be delivered by an owl. There are much more rules, but you just email us, contextneededuk@gmail.co.uk. We'll give you the instructions and where to send it to. With that, I've been Kyle with Ryan and Ollie. Just Thank you guys very much for watching.
Hear our cry.
Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you soon.
I'm so sorry.
Hard Brexit.